Is walking a fat loss hack that you might need to start mixing into your workouts a little bit more? Well, in this video, I want to break down why that might be, explain some of the science, and help you better understand this. So let's get right into this video. Now, I've done a video on this topic in the past, but I wanted to revisit this and make these a little bit more understandable points because this science does get complicated. And the first thing we're going to take a look at is respiratory exchange ratio. So when we do activities, we utilize energy. Sometimes that's carbohydrates, sometimes that's fats. Depending on how intense the activity is can dictate what we use a larger percentage of. For example, slower activity like walking utilizes a larger percent of fat as the main energy source, whereas the inverse of this is also true. Higher intensity activities utilize larger percents of carbohydrates as the main fuel source. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that lower intensity activities overall will burn more energy, but understanding this in tandem with these other key points will start to paint a more clear picture. When it comes to weight loss, fat loss, or body recomposition, it really comes down to energy balance and understanding calorie deficits. And this is the main driver behind weight loss. When we consume less calories than we burn throughout the day, we lose weight. When we consume more calories than we use throughout the day, we gain weight. It is a simple math problem, and I know there's a little bit more complexity than that, but understanding this is one of the key drivers behind weight loss. But wouldn't this just mean we could do a lot of high intensity activity if it burns more overall energy? Well, not necessarily, because these other factors also play important roles. Now, understanding stress and stress management is one of the reasons why walking is so good for burning fat. Research on this topic has shown that when individuals have higher cortisol levels, it's more difficult to lose fat and it's more difficult to build muscle. And in this state of trying to lose fat, lose weight overall, and body recomposition, we don't want to be losing muscle mass. We want to retain as much as we possibly can while losing primarily fat. Higher intensity activities end up leading to spikes in cortisol. And when in a calorie deficit, you're already stressing the body. So this type of a situation can create a negative feedback loop where you have multiple compounding variables that are detrimental to your overall goal. Walking produces very little stress overall, so you can still be in a calorie deficit and walk a significant amount of distance until it starts negatively impacting you. So managing this cortisol is one of the biggest factors, especially while we're already trying to lose weight in the calorie deficit. And this leads us into our next point, which is sustainability. You can do a lot of walking without overstraining or overstressing your body. I could walk 5, maybe even 10 miles a day, and I can still compile this with my actual resistance training that I'm already doing without really negatively impacting your ability to build muscle, your ability to lose fat, your ability to recover and sleep properly. So here's the deal. Walking by itself isn't necessarily a fat loss hack, but when understanding all of these key components that we just discussed, it can be mixed into a training program and have a huge, profound impact. We've all seen shows like The Biggest Loser where people really struggle to keep weight off. Tips like this can make it more sustainable and better for your long-term health. So try mixing this in a little bit more. YouTube recommends you watch that video of my content. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next week.